Hey guys, my name is Confident. Welcome to the 24-minute lesson excerpt where I will be sharing with you some ideas, some methods, some strategies or concepts that you can incorporate as you prepare for your final exams, be it you're studying towards your grade 7, your grade 8 or your grade 9. Now, if these videos are handy and you are benefiting from them, you can actually press the like button, or if you've got some ideas, you can leave some comments below. If you also like to be notified of extra videos every time we post them, you can subscribe to our channel and then you'll get some notification every time there are new videos. And also, if you are interested in some of our resources, be it textbooks and some videos, you can check this at the end of this video. We will send you some information. Now let's check this concept out. If you have been struggling with some basic algebra, I've got some hints and some ideas that you might use. If you're in grade 8, it says algebra expressions, and we are looking at addition. And in addition, for example, I've got a picture here, and in this particular picture it's animals. I've got some sheep and a cow. I will call this sheep number 1, so 1 sheep, and S is for sheep there, and 2, that is the second sheep, and then this is 1 cow. So we've got these 3 animals in total. Now if I want to use algebra, as I'm saying, I will call the first one as 1s for sheep, and then the second one again is 1s, means it's a sheep, and the other one is 1c, means it's a cow. Now, if I say to you, add these animals together, how are you going to add them? You agree with me that in this particular picture, you have got 2 sheep and 1 cow. So this is the furthest this can go. So if I now introduce algebra and say to you, I have got 1s plus 1s plus 1c, meaning what? I've got 1 sheep plus 1 sheep plus 1c, and I say to you, add these together. You have to now say 1 plus 1s, which is 1 sheep, plus 1s, which is 1 sheep, which is equal to 2s plus 1c. This cannot go further. It is like saying, some students sometimes they confuse and say, if I say to you 1s plus 1s plus 1c, they will say 2sc, meaning you are saying this is 2 sheep cow, and it doesn't make sense. You cannot have a sheep cow. You can only have 2 sheep plus 1 cow. This cannot go any further. It is the simplified expression. So whenever you are adding these, you need to not be tempted to take them further. Another example here, I've got some cows and sheep again. So this is cow 1, so I've got 1 cow. This is another cow. This is another cow. That is another cow. And I know I'm putting 1, but actually I can write it like this, as this is a cow for C, a cow, a cow, a cow, and a cow. And also I've got a sheep, and a sheep. So now in algebra, if I say to you, add these, you can see that I have got here a cow plus a cow plus a cow plus a cow plus a cow. So if I add the number of cows, it means I have got a 1 before these numbers. It means it's a 1. So it's like I'm saying 1 cow plus 1 cow plus 1 cow plus 1 cow. Therefore, I have got 5c, meaning I've got 5 cows. I do the same thing with the sheep. I've got sheep plus sheep plus sheep, meaning there is a 1 before the sheep. The H is 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 3s, meaning what is 3 sheep. If I say to you, add all the animals together in terms of sheep and cows, you are going to say, I have got 3 sheep plus 5 cows. it cannot be further simplified. This is the final part. Do not be tempted to say I've got 8 sheep cows. Now there is nothing called a sheep cow. You have got 3 sheep and 5 cows. The animals in total are 8, so you cannot say this is sheep cows, but you can say I have got 8 animals. Now if I say in algebra, in this case, now we're using the actual algebra, it says add x plus x plus x. Now this is the similar examples we're saying. If it's x, if it's x, if it's x, it means this can be like a sheep, a sheep, a sheep, or it can be a cow, a cow, a cow, and the numbers before that it's 1, 1, and 1. So if you're adding that, you're going to say 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 3, but now we're dealing with x, we call it 3x. Do not be tempted. This is wrong to say 1x plus 1x plus 1x, and then you want to multiply now and say 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 1x. Some they write actually 3x here, because 1x cubed, because there are 3 of them. This is 1, 2, 3. So this is wrong. This is the correct answer. So whenever you're adding, first check, am I dealing with the same variable? The variable in this case is the x. We call x the variable or the unknown. If they are the same, it means you can add them. If they are not the same, it means you cannot add them. Now similarly, if they say 5x plus 2x plus x, remember what is hidden? There is a 1 that is hidden in every x. So whenever you're adding these, you can add them mentally, or you can still use your calculator to say, look at the numbers before x is a 5, and the next number, we call that the coefficient. So look at the number before x, the second one. What is the coefficient of the second x? It's a 2, plus the coefficient of x is a 1. So that's what you are acting. In that case, you can see that you have got 8. So the answer here becomes 8. It's 8x. Why am I saying 8x? Because each and every number there is an x. Now there is another example. It says we must add 4x plus 8x plus 9y. Now remember the example that I did initially. It was a picture of cows and sheep. So this is now similar, whereby you have got x, and you now have a y. You can see that these are now different variables. Now let us look at the coefficient of the first two. You have got 4 and 8. It means the first two are similar, just like we're dealing with cows, and then the last one is different. So we need to consider the first two and add them. So 4 plus 8 or 8 plus 4, you get your 12x, or you're dealing with cows, it will be 12 cows, plus 9y. Now 9y can be your sheep. You don't have to go any further. This is the final answer. Don't be tempted now to start saying xy just like we did previously. If they say add this, the final answer becomes 12x plus 9y. It cannot go any further. Remember, when you're adding, it can only be simplified up to this far. So this is what we mean by saying addition of some algebraic expressions. The next one again, I'm supposed to add x plus 3x plus x. Now, as I said, there is a number before that x, because x is a variable. There is a hidden number there, and that hidden number, in this case, it is a 1. So now you look at the like terms, look at every part that has got an x. So you've got that part and you've got that part. It means these are similar. So when you group them together, those are similar. Now, if you look at the next number plus 1, you can see that 1 does not have any x. It means it is different from these two. So whenever you're adding, consider the first two, which is your 1x plus 3x. So you're adding the numbers before the x, which is 1 plus 3. It is your 4. then you maintain your variable because you're dealing with x, then it is 4x plus 1. Remember, this is as far as it can go. It cannot go any further. Do not be tempted. Now, this is wrong. Remember, do not be tempted now to say 4x plus 1 is equal to 5x because you're adding 4 plus 1. This is wrong. Why? Because you're adding 1, which is like the sheep, and 4x, which is like the cow, and you're saying you're getting a 5 cow sheep. So don't be tempted to always express this further. If it's 4x plus 1, it will remain as 4x plus 1. Lastly, let us look at another addition here. If you look at this particular problem, we've got xy plus x squared y plus xy squared plus 3yx. Now, if you look at these and you're supposed to add them together, it's, as I said, always remember your natural examples, like whether you're dealing with cars, you're dealing with cows, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with phones, anything that you're dealing with, there are some things you can add together and there are some things you cannot add together. For example, we look at what is similar. Now, in the first one, I've got xy. In the second one, I've got x squared. It is already different from the first one, so I cannot add it. So it's x squared y. The square is with the x. In the third one, I have got x, which doesn't have a square, but the y now is the one with a squared. So it is also still different. So the first one is different from the second one. The second one is different from the first. And the third one is different from the first. The third is different from the second one. So all these first three are different. And then let us look at the last one, which is 3yx. Now, if you are given, in this case, yx is the same as saying xy. So what am I trying to say there? When you're saying yx and you're saying xy, by starting with x, I'm following the alphabetical order. X starts before y, but when I'm saying yx, I just chose to start with y, then followed up with x. So these are the same, meaning this particular 3yx can be written as 3xy. Now, if it's 3xy, you can see now that it is similar to this xy. So then the number before, remember, the number before is a 1. So when I collect these, what we mean by collecting like terms, I will have 1xy plus 3xy plus x squared y plus xy squared. So be careful now when they're giving you x squared y and xy squared, you must look at the power. You can see that the power in the first one is with the x and in the second one is with the y. So just that small difference is the same as saying a sheep and a cow. That is automatically saying these are different. You cannot add them together. So now when we are adding them, remember this is a 1, not a 7. It looks like a 7. So when we are adding, we only add what is common. Now you can see the xy in the first one, and in the second one, we wrote it in the sense that it matches with the first one, which is xy. So I'll be adding only 1 and 3. So 1 plus 3, it is my 4. And I maintain my xy in this case, which can represent maybe a cow. It can represent similar things. And then plus, I've got x squared y plus xy squared. As far as adding these, I cannot go any further. This is the final answer. Do not be tempted to go any further, because in your mathematics, students always believe this can go further. It is not the end. But when they are not the same, you must remember that you cannot add them further. Now, I'm going to be showing you later the multiplication, how it differs with addition, as well as subtraction, how it is the same with addition, so that you can be able to know when I'm multiplying, when I'm adding, when I'm subtracting, what is it that I must take note of. Now, also check out on this other subtraction and addition. We've come to the end of our lesson, as I hope this was of benefit to you. Thank you.